Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video has been long in the making. My friend has requested that I do this since long before Christmas. I think it was about November she asked me to do this. I'm finally going to film this video, and I didn't want to at first because I was a bit skeptical about it, but I've done videos like this before where I've reviewed products from companies that I didn't really trust. So my friend rates this company highly, and considering I don't have a lot of money at the moment, I thought that this would be a cheap alternative, and if the website turns out to be good for the products that I receive, oh my god, my voice, then I would continue to purchase from there. And spoiler alert, I think their products are pretty good. So I've been looking at wish.com for a little while now. My friend made me download the app. I've always had adverts coming up for it, targeted ads coming up on my Instagram and things like this, but I wasn't really sure about the quality, and I'm always skeptical when things are really cheap because it seems too good to be true. I was also worried about not receiving items on time, not receiving items at all, but I can tell you that the shipping and the delivery and everything was fantastic. I got it, I think, in about a month or roughly under a month, but the time went so quick and I wasn't really keeping track. It didn't take long to get here. The only reason that it's taken me so long to film this is because I've kept coming up with new video concepts and ideas and then putting this off. I'm finally going to do this video. I was going to say that I haven't touched anything or looked at it before I've reviewed it and before I show it to you here now. However, my curiosity got the better of me and I have opened a few things because I just wanted to try them out. Now, the first thing that I opened was the makeup brushes that I got from Wish. I actually need to check my app to see how much they cost. Okay, so looking at my phone, I've actually deleted the app for some reason. I'm not really sure why. I think it was to stop myself from purchasing more and making this video hours long. But I can tell you that the makeup brushes were only a few pounds. I can't give you precise prices, but you can go onto the Wish app and you can have a look. I'm not sponsored or anything, I'm a tiny YouTuber, but you can go have a look at the prices. They were proper cheap. I'm sure they were like £8 or something, but I could be wrong, they could have been cheaper. So the reason I got them was because they were like a full set and they were really pretty. The only thing is, I did order marble ones that were like white and were meant to come in marble, and they sent me the wrong ones. They're just like plain black ones, but I'm not too angry about it. I'm the type of person that if I receive the wrong product, I'm so anxious and like, ooh, that I just will not send it back and I will not ask for what I originally got. Not unless it's like really expensive. And my friend was telling me, no, send it back, get the right thing. But to be honest, they're the same brushes, they're just a different style. I'm not really too fussed considering this was just for a review video, so I will say that's the only small thing, is that they did send me the wrong colour of brushes because I wanted the marble ones. Other than that though, I received the brushes. I mean, it wasn't what I asked for, so you can take that as a bad rating. So that's the only kind of criticism that I have for the app. Is that they sent me the wrong thing technically, but you know, it's cheap, so I didn't really feel the need to return it. But that's just the type of person I am. I know for a fact, because of where I work, that there are people who will receive a cheap product that isn't up to their standards or isn't the right thing, and they will return it even if it's worth just like £1. But for me, I'm just not that type of person, and that's not me flexing or bragging or anything like this. I just personally, if I didn't spend a lot of money on a product and I still receive something of quality, I'm not gonna over fuss. Like I just can't be bothered. I'm lazy, that's it. I'm just lazy really. I have just used these for my makeup look today, and the reason I did this was, one, it let my curiosity get the better of me. Why was that so hard for me to say? And two, just because I thought if I use it before, I can show you what the quality of makeup looks like on my face, although it probably depends on the quality of makeup you're using in the first place. But at the moment I'm using drugstore, what is wrong with me today? Drugstore makeup that is lower quality and cheaper, which might have an effect, I don't know. I just can't really afford high quality makeup at the moment, even though I'd love the new James Charles palette. Someone send it to me. I thought I'd do my makeup with it first to see how the brushes felt. So I think I'm going to review each brush separately and I'm going to review them. But this is the makeup look that I've done. I will say that I did end up using my beauty blender in the end because I'm really not good with like foundation brushes. I hate them in general. I've never found one that I like, and ever since I started using a beauty blender I can't go back. So I will disclaim that and say that my foundation has nothing to do with the brushes because, well, I just freaking hate foundation brushes, and this one was awful in my opinion. Spoiler alert. And also I stayed up all night watching James Charles and Jaclyn Hill when I tried to follow her blending 101 video and completely messed up. Now it all just looks one shade. But it's okay, I'll get better with practice. We all start somewhere. The first brush This one, I might also get wrong what the brushes are actually meant to be used for. For me, I don't care what brushes are meant to be used for, I will just use them for whatever it suits me, but maybe that's why I'm so shit at makeup, and that's why I'm not a beauty YouTuber making tons and getting free makeup. God, I wish. But that's why I need more practice and I need to educate myself more, which is why I watch people like James Charles. God, I'm getting out of breath from talking as fast as James Charles. I can definitely do that. Just a disclaimer, if I'm using the wrong brushes for whatever, that's fine. So I'm not going to say what they're actually meant to be used for, because like it didn't say anything on the packaging or anything, it just came in like a paper bag. So I'm just going to tell you what I used it for personally. That's all I can do. This is like a flat brush, very standard. As you can see, it's just a black standard brush. Obviously I wanted it to be marble, but it's not a drama, it's just the style of it. So aesthetically not too pleasing because it's literally just a plain brush. That's a flat brush, and as you can see, focus back on my face, I have used this for my eyeshadow, which was brown underneath because I was trying to layer it out, but it all went wrong. So yeah, I used this to pack on my eyeshadow just on the inner eyelid because yeah, I also used it to do the under bits of my eye because I felt like having a thinner brush would help to go underneath and not get it so smudgy and weird, although I do tend to blend out or try to blend out my lower eye shadow anyway. I'm not a YouTuber, by the way, so these descriptions are going to be awful. I did use this to pack on colour and to go underneath here, especially in the corners, on the outer corners. Probably not what it's meant to be used for, but that's what I used it for. Rating out of 10, I'd give this brush like a 6, maybe a 7. It's not like incredible, it's not amazing quality. I've definitely had brushes where I've used them and immediately been like, hell yeah, this is my I'm going to use this from now on. But this brush, I would use it again if I needed to, but I wouldn't immediately reach for this out of my collection of brushes just because it's not exactly amazing. Like, it was great for the under eyes, I feel like, but everything else, like, the brushes are soft, don't get me wrong, but they're a bit hard as well. I can't really describe it, they're soft but also hard, makes no sense. But they're soft for the quality of them, and it did the job. Like, look, I'm wearing makeup, like, it did the job, and I had no problem getting the pigment from the eyeshadows onto my eyelids, but then that could be the quality of the eyeshadow, because the only thing I do splurge on makeup wise is Urban Decay eyeshadows because I absolutely love them, obsessed. And I also use the chocolate Too Faced palette as well. So I was using high quality makeup, so also bear that in mind, that might have had something to do with it. It wasn't too bad. Okay, the next brush I definitely used for the wrong thing, I'm sure of it. This is like a focus, maybe if I do this. I can't really show you, oh my god. Why am I failing so hard? So basically, you can't really see it, but it's got like a slanted edge. I know that you're supposed to use this most likely. I think it's either for eyeshadow or highlight. I'm not sure. It could be for the inner corners of your outer corners. Now, the outer corners of your eyes, it could be. I feel like it's probably for that. I'm not sure what it's actually for. Don't sue me. I'm not a real girl. I use this personally for highlighter on my nose because I know that you should use a smaller brush if you're trying to make your contour more defined, you're trying to make your nose look smaller, which I've actually kind of failed on today. I feel like I've just drawn attention to my nose. My contour went really bad today. I also used it to do the contours of my nose to make like a proper line, because usually I'll use just a really big brush to contour my nose and I feel like it doesn't really do much. So I was trying to be James Charles and I was trying to snatch my nose proper hardcore, but I feel like I drew the lines too far out and now my nose just looks bigger, and you're probably going to notice it for the rest of the video. This brush I'd actually rate the lowest because when I was using it to contour, I don't know if it's because my contour's cheap, and I think it might be that because I have had problems with the contour palette before, but it does the job for now while I'm poor. I think it's mainly that, but it really wouldn't blend. It made it look patchy. I look like I've been bruised. I had to go in with a different brush from a different set that I got a while ago from Boots and really blend it out. I think it took me about 20 minutes just to fix because it was awful and I didn't want to just wipe it off with a makeup wipe because I will never do that. I'll always try and save it some other way. I had to go over it with powder and like it was awful. This brush was absolutely awful, but I was using it probably, most likely, for the wrong purposes, so if it was used for eyeshadow it would probably be better, but I'm not really sure. So for me, with my experience using this one, I'd give it like a 5 or a 4 out of 10, but it'll probably be better for what it's actually supposed to be used for if you actually knew what you were doing, but I don't. This one, Let me just try to focus. I think we're out of luck here, guys. You're just gonna have to bear with me. But this is just like a standard fluffy brush. I got two that were pretty much the same. I think there's a slight difference. Where is it? One of them's a bit more flat and the other's just a bit more fluffy. These, I decided, most likely should be eyeshadow brushes for blending out. Now these were actually really good and I would highly rate these. I'd give these like a 7 out of 10 maybe for the price. They really did the job. I used them both to blend out. The blending was going fantastic until I personally ruined it because I'm not a beauty guru and I missed a step on one of the Jaclyn Hill tips and I ended up making my shadow look awful. But at first I had like brown, like 4 different shades of brown, and it was looking stunning. And I had like yellow like she did under the eye as well, and it looked incredible until I decided to add pink. That was the wrong choice, but because I was wearing a pink shirt I was like, I'm gonna try it. Completely ruined the look. I'm really upset because it looked great before I added pink. I wish I could have shown you. I should have taken a picture. It looked great before I added a colour that was just going to cover everything I had done. I'm just not good at makeup in general and I shouldn't have dragged it up. I completely ignored her. I was like, it'll be fine, it looks weird. No, I should have kept it the way it was. But these brushes did a really, really good job and I definitely will use them on a daily basis from now on. I need to wash them, but I will definitely use these on my eyes again, at least until I can afford some James Charles collection Morphe brushes. That's what I'm going to treat myself to next month. I'm going to treat myself to his entire collection and that's going to be my big splurge, but I had to pay for a holiday this month so I can't do it. So that's why these Wish brushes I started using, because I've been getting really into beauty gurus the last couple of days and I'm not really sure why, but you know. This one is a fat brush. I don't know how else to describe it, it's a bit gross right now, I'm really sorry. This one I tried to use for foundation. I'm pretty sure that this is a foundation brush, I'm sure it is. To cut it short, 3 out of 10, maybe 2 out of 10. This was awful, but I have a hatred towards foundation brushes, I really do. I don't know how anybody uses them, like, I think they're disgusting. I've always been a fingers type of girl, or a beauty blender kind of girl, so I freaking hate these. I think I used to use one when I was a teenager and my makeup sucked and I was ugly as hell as a teenager, so that explains a lot. But if you want to try it, you can try it. It was really soft before I like soaked it in brush cleaner and like used it and made it all manky. My makeup was patchy. I was spreading it around but it was like going weird, like it would not sit on my face, so I had to get a beauty blender and sort that stuff out because that was awful, I'm telling you. Next one is this one. I don't think it's going to focus either. We're really failing with this right now. Just look at it from here, okay? Look, it's so much more focused here. Why am I doing that hand stuff? This one I used for powder, I'm pretty sure. I just did this all over the face. I always use a lot of powder to try and set my face. I was trying to be a beauty guru and do powder here and under the eyes and all this to set it. My powder's not very good at the moment. Again, I'm on a budget, so I'm really hating my makeup and I'm just doing what I can with limited budgeted makeup right now. I'm hating that I can't get products that I really want from YouTubers that are recommending them, because I remember when I was using like expensive as hell makeup, I looked flawless. Like I look back on videos where I'm using it, like setting spray from Urban Decay and stuff. It really does make a difference and I didn't think that it was, but now that I've gone back to cheap makeup I can see the difference. So one day I'll get back into that. But anyway, back to the brush. I definitely am on brand with Rebecca Rambles, so might keep that name. This was a really good brush. I wouldn't recommend it really for powder. I'd give it like a 4 out of 10. It did the job. Spread my powder, put the product on my face. Was fine, just could have been bigger. I know it's most likely not going to be used for powder. If it is, I think personally it's too small. I like to use a huge brush when I'm doing my powder personally. But yeah, it was good for like wiping fallout from under my eyes when I was doing eyeshadow, but I didn't get a lot of fallout because I was using a good eyeshadow, but you know. It was nice and soft and I enjoyed rubbing it on my skin. This one was literally basically the same brush, just ever so slightly different. I used this as well for fallout under the eyes mainly. Because it was a bit cleaner than the other brush and it did the job. I'd give it about the same rating, nothing special. This one was actually probably my favourite other than the blending ones for the eyeshadow. Now, I hate fan brushes, okay? I've always hated them. I tried using them a while ago, awful. I don't know if it's just the ones that I've been buying because I buy quite cheap brushes most of the time, but they would always have the hairs falling out and it just, they'd like bend because they were too thin, like it just didn't do the job. Highlight did not go on enough. I love to be glowing to high heaven, so like it wasn't getting enough product on there, it wasn't picking up product and I just hated it because like I had high high quality products at the time. I was using like Urban Decay and stuff, and it just wouldn't go on my face, and I wasn't getting the look I wanted. But this actually really did the job. I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. This was definitely the most high quality brush from the collection, especially for like £8. This was really good because it was thick, sturdy, soft, and it did the job. It really did give me a good glow. Look at that. I'd say maybe the brush is a little too big because my glow does kind of go a little down the face, but it's kind of cool because it blends out a little bit. I don't know, I just really love over highlighting, so like this was perfect for me because I just like to shine to the high heavens. So if you're gonna buy the brushes for one thing to try out, at least this one's worth it. And to be honest, even though I only like 3 brushes from this collection, it's still worth it, because if you go to like Morphe or something, you get one brush for like £8, £6. So even if the rest of the collection is completely crap, which most of it is, and I'm probably not going to use again, for the price, you're not missing out. So don't be a bitch and return it and give bad reviews and stuff. I just think it's not worth it. Like, if you got the product you were given, cheap brushes, I was going to say manage your expectations a little bit and take the but I'm not going to do that. They're cheap brushes, they do the job, so I'm not mad about it. Overall, the entire collection was pretty good. The only thing I'm mad about is not getting the marble ones, but I'm not too mad because they're just standard in their brushes and it doesn't really matter what they look like. So they all did the job. They created this look today. Considering it's cheap makeup and cheap brushes, I think that's really good. So if you're on a budget like me and you can't really afford much and you're not a beauty guru and you're just practicing, maybe start with some cheap stuff and then work your way up after you save for a little while for more expensive makeup, because I do think more expensive makeup and brushes are worth the investment and definitely tell the difference now. So I can't wait to be able to afford real makeup again. So the next thing is lipstick. Now this, I chose the lipstick because I just wanted to try it. I think it was like £3, £2. It was really, really freaking cheap. And I love liquid lipstick, especially the wand type that you apply. I got my friend Jabie to choose the colour as a surprise and I didn't look, so I didn't know what colour I had until today. From the packaging I was like, please don't be red, and then I opened it and it's not really red, it's like a dark metallic red. It almost matches my shirt completely actually. I thought it would go really good with the look I did today. I actually did my eyes before looking at the colour of this, so I'm really glad that it goes really well. So that was just like destiny really. I was worried that Jabie was going to choose like a really out there colour that I could never wear, but if you've ever watched my videos or you know me personally, you'll know that I either wear a nude lip or no lipstick at all, or I go for really dark colours like black, dark brown, dark reds. So I actually love this. I think it's the perfect balance between red and brown, and it's dark, so I wouldn't usually wear it to red, but considering I was doing this video I thought why not. It went on smoothly. I think for the price it's fantastic. I wasn't expecting like perfect quality or anything. Yeah, so there is some patchiness that I need to like adjust on my lips. I'm just now noticing. Down here was a bit patchy, like you can see like the red bits here. Sorry for my teeth, they're gross. Up here's a bit patchy, like I feel like I'm gonna need a lot of touch-ups like during the day, so I'm probably gonna have to take it in my handbag with me to work, which is annoying because I definitely prefer lipsticks that you just put on and that's it. I do feel like I'm going to be carrying this around all day at work and I don't really want to wash it off because it could stain or whatever, and I'm sure that it probably will because it's so cheap. But for the quality, I do think this is a good lipstick, and I'll probably get some more lipsticks from there just because it's cheap and why not? Like I feel like why not? Whilst I'm on a budget I can experiment with makeup looks for cheap lipsticks. So if you want a cheap lipstick, go to wish.com. I got what I bargained for, I think. I'm not sure if they sent the right shade or not because I didn't choose it. Jabie, let me know in the comments, but I thought this was a pretty good lipstick, and to be honest I don't usually wear lipstick too often anymore. I kind of just do it when I'm feeling into it, so I probably won't use it much anyway, but I would give this like an 8 out of 10 actually. The next thing I got I'm actually incredibly excited to share, and I know this video is really long already, which makes me really glad I didn't buy more. This was £3. Now I remember this because I was shook at the price. Now it's not the best quality now that I'm looking at it. After a while of having it, and I haven't even used it, the quality's gone down a bit, like the paintwork isn't there. Although I'm not sure if that's just the design, so I might repurchase this inexpensive version. Maybe I'll do a comparison video. Let me know if you want to see that. I think that would be actually really interesting. I might do that. That's a really good idea actually. So basically, you all know I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, and I've been collecting all of the ones for ages. I've got Ginny's, Harry's, Voldemort's, Newt's. I've got a few ones basically, I can't remember them all. But the one that I've been missing from my trio the most is Ron's. I can never find Ron's wand anywhere, and it really does wind me up, because the golden trio should be Ron, Hermione and Harry, but in the shops they always have Hermione, Harry and Dumbledore, and I'm not sure why. Well, the Elder Wand. So that really winds me up actually, because they switched out Ron's wand for the Elder Wand, and I guess that's because it's in higher demand, and I understand it to an extent. It does annoy me because Ron's one of my favourite characters, and I feel like he's constantly pushed aside, like constantly not considered part of the trio for some reason, even though he is. And I don't know, that's just a complete side topic. Let me know what you think about that, Potterheads, because this is something that's been bothering me for a while. Maybe I'll make a video on it actually, but I really think Ron is underappreciated, especially the way they've marketed him with the films and stuff. But this is the wand. Whoa! Jesus, seems about the right length. I thought I was going to get maybe like some short, tacky little thing that wasn't really a wand that I could tell was fake. But considering this is £3, now it doesn't come with the packaging, which is annoying because the rest of my collection has packaging, but I hate the packaging that I've got. I haven't got the actual Ollivander's wand cases, but I wish I could purchase them separately, I really do. I was always going to get like my own cases for them anyway to kind of display them on once I've got an entire collection. However, this comes without packaging, so I thought that must be why it's cheaper too. I'm not sure why it's so cheap, because £3 for a wand that usually retails at about £25, I think, I'm pretty sure, in stores and in the Harry Potter shop in London, at King's Cross, in Leavesden. It's crazy to me. Like, the second I saw this I was like, Jabie, I know you said I can't get anything Harry Potter, but I have to review this, because a wand from £25 to £3, that's just not possible, and this has to be a scam. Like, there's no way this is a real thing. As you can see, it looks quite legit. It feels like all my other wands. It feels heavy, like it's got weight to it, like a normal wand. It looks just like Ron's wand. It is Ron's wand. There's no false advertising here. Only thing I will say is, like, I can see the paintwork coming off of it. I don't know if you can see that. You can see the paintwork coming off. Like, it hasn't been painted properly, like it's been painted in a rush. So I think it might have been made somewhere else, because it hasn't. Also, most of my wands have like a Warner Brothers like copyright trademark on them. I'm sure they do. I'm not seeing that here anywhere, which means someone has made this replica somewhere else and they've just copied what the original looks like, which would explain the price, because it's not like a Warner Brothers thing. And even if I end up buying Ron's actual wand because I feel bad and want the actual thing, I can use this for videos or something. I can play around with this and I can not worry about damaging it because it's £3. I'm freaking impressed with this. When this came and I looked at it, I was like, Jesus Christ, this is amazing. Now I'm giving it closer inspection. I definitely understand why it's cheaper, just because it's not an actual Warner Brothers wand, but it's very close to it and very, very well replicated. I don't know about where or how long it's going to last looking like this, but from the paintwork, just from me having it like laying on my bookcase like this, it's already had the like wood showing underneath the paint, so it's probably been cheaply made, but it does feel authentic, and you could easily trick anyone and make them believe that you bought this from the Warner Brothers website. So if you're that type of person, you can't afford it, don't feel ashamed. If you can't afford actual merch, I know how that used to feel, and I'm on minimum wage, so if you're one of these people that doesn't want to splurge out, but you're a huge Harry Potter fan and you wish you could have a wand, then go to Wish. I think this is really good for the quality, and maybe I'll do a real versus fake Ron wand thing one day, because I do feel bad that I didn't buy it from the actual website, but I did only do this as an experiment to see what they're like. But I feel bad, and I also feel bad that it's Ron's wand that I decided to get a cheap knockoff version of, because before Ron gets it enough already, so I kind of feel bad and want to get his actual one. Even though it's a knockoff, it's amazing and you wouldn't be able to tell from a distance, I don't think. I know this is a really long video and I'm so sorry, I was not expecting this, but Rebecca rambles completely on point. It's still in the packaging. This is one thing that I had kind of a sneak peek at, but I didn't use it or anything, so I don't think it counts. I only got clothing from here because I was very skeptical of clothing, like very. I did not want to do it, but Jabie really wanted me to try it out, so I just got something that's completely not me, completely something I would never actually wear, but wish I could wear. I've been very into like high neck turtlenecks at the moment, so I thought, hell yeah, let's just try it. So this dress was incredibly cheap, otherwise I wouldn't have bought it. I can't remember, I think it was like £8 maybe, I'm just guessing £8 for everything though. It is incredibly see-through though. You can't see it on camera, but it's incredibly see-through, although it does match my makeup look today very well. I'm going to try this on, which I'm really sad about because I just got dressed perfectly and now I'm going to have to undress. It looks very different to the picture in my opinion. In the picture it looked much thicker. The sleeves seem shorter than I'd like. It's very see-through. I wish you could see that right now, but it's so see-through I can see the camera. I don't think this is going to look good at all. I don't wear dresses often, especially these kind of dresses. It doesn't feel thick. It's designed to look like it's thick, but it's not at all. Like it's a woolen dress, but it's really not. I definitely have to wear something underneath, so I'm just going to try this on and then we'll review it properly. This is actually not as bad as I thought it would be, except the fact that you can full on see everything right now. It's actually not too bad. I think this actually looks really sophisticated and cute, other than the bra showing. I think that this would be fantastic to wear to like a meeting or like a classy night out if I didn't want to show my boobs. I think that it complements me in all the right ways. I am trying to look in the mirror. It's definitely showing my underwear. It doesn't come across as too short. It's actually quite classy. Sorry, I'm just looking in the mirror that I broke. Can you see? 7 years bad luck. We're not even going to talk about that because my life has gotten so much more worse since I broke that mirror, and I just realised that, and now I'm really sad and want to kill myself. Complementing my figure quite well. It's not too tight considering the sleeves are actually perfect length. Like I thought they were going to be short, but they're not. The weird thing was that there was no like tag to show me what's the front and what's the back of the dress, so that was a bit strange, so that's weird. I would say I'd probably wear this out like once or twice. I probably wouldn't wash it too often because it's going to shrink. It does do me favours in the boob department other than showing them and makes them look bigger. That's great. And I think if I ate a lot though, it would show my stomach quite a bit because that feels like it's poking out, but I'm always insecure about that. If you wore like shapewear under this to suck everything in and to hide the fact that I'm wearing a completely see-through dress, and I wore like shapewear on my bottom half as well so that you're not seeing my arse and my underwear, that would be great too. So it's not incredible because it's see-through and stuff, but it is much higher quality than I expected it to be. So I'm actually really impressed. So I'd give this like a 7 out of 10 because whilst it doesn't feel great and it's a bit itchy and it shows everything, it's not the worst thing in the world, and I'm kind of impressed with this. I was not expecting that. So that is the end of the video. I would say overall Wish seems like a pretty okay place to order from. Not too bad quality. It's just easy, cheap, affordable stuff that got here on time. Yes, I didn't get exactly what I asked for one of the things, but I do think that if you haven't got a lot of money and you're budgeting yourself, or you just want to do a video like this and you want to review it, it's definitely good to do. For the price of the things, pretty incredible. They don't falsely advertise. I got everything I was asking for, apart from the one thing. And nothing looked different to me. Nothing seemed off or like really sketchy. So really, overall, the Wish app, probably like an 8 out of 10 for a review. Will I order from there again? I'm not sure. I'm not so sure I'd ever order like makeup related things from there again, or like clothes. I've seen hoodies and stuff I like there, but they're always sketchy to buy from cheap websites. So I'm a bit on the edge about it. I'd say for things like phone cases, just small little key rings, things like that, I'd say go ahead, have your fun. I think it's very good quality. I would just say don't really expect too much from it because obviously it is cheap, but the service was great, everything was great. I'd definitely recommend you check it out. And also, if you've got kids and they're into Harry Potter and they're not just a grown child adult, you could also get them from there for them if you're a struggling parent and you just don't want to spend £25 on a freaking wand. You kids won't know the difference. No harm done. I am sorry in this video if I have any heavy breathing. My anxiety is at an all-time high right now, and I'm dealing with a lot of things in my life. As I mentioned earlier, something happened to me in my life recently that I can't talk about for reasons. So I'm going to be incredibly vague about it, and I'm not going to talk about it on here, but just so you know, I might be going through even more stuff, as if I needed more in my life than suicidal thoughts. I'm expecting to go through some more stuff. At the moment I'm feeling very numb and weird, and I'm only telling you this because I made a video about my mental health and people keep asking about it, and when I post happy videos people just assume I'm cured. That's completely the opposite of the case, I cannot even tell you. But just as I was starting to feel okay again, something happened, and now we're back there. If I don't post as frequently as I promised, once or twice a week, which is what I'd love to do, I'm really sorry for that, but I have to put myself first, and if I've got certain things that I have to deal with, my own stuff. So I'm sorry if I don't post as usual, but you guys and your support has really meant the world to me, and I would really love it if you guys could subscribe if you like this video. I'm losing subs all the time, and I keep saying this, and it's not the most important thing in the world to me. I've kind of learned to just not care anymore, but I would like to grow my channel, and I'd really love to do this more often. Please subscribe if you like this video. You guys have been so supportive, and I'm so thankful for all the nice comments that you guys left on that other video we won't mention. My sisters always take the mick. It's an anxiety thing. I can't breathe when I turn the camera on, but I'm going to keep doing it because I love YouTube. And I don't want it to go away just because my anxiety is getting in the way, do you know what I mean? So yeah, like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. I really am Rebecca Rambles, aren't I? On brand, on point. I'm gonna go now.